a jolly day. Would you like to try a peach mango pie with a side of the Diamond Diva? Because if you do, then let's go ahead and get started.
Hi! Hey everyone! Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in! Hope you guys are all doing good today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Andrew, congratulations on being first. You were number 1! Timbit, welcome into the stream. Hello to you. Hello, Jinja. And KK, hi. Welcome in. And Lyra, welcome into the stream. How are you guys all doing today? I'm so glad I was able to stream today because yesterday I was so tired. We're gonna kiss Emmerich? Oh, immediately, of course. So I had to dip immediately last night. It's okay, don't worry about it. Miss you so much. Today's the actual hairspray-versary? Well, you know what that means. Oh, woke up today, feeling the way I always do. Oh, hungry for something that I can't eat. When I hear that beat, the rhythm of town starts calling me down. It's like a message from high above. I forgot the lyrics. Anyways, happy hairspray-versary. How are we all doing today? I'm a little sick, but I'll girl boss my way through it. Oh no, can we send some light sticks to anyone that is feeling a little sick, anyone that is going through a hard time, or for anyone that just needs a little bit of light and energy and good love in their life right now? It's Friday. It's Friday. Nay, it's Friday. So let's end off the week with a pretty little bow and have a good time together. So the game plan today is that we're going to go ahead and finish the 2.4 content. I think that's going to probably take us about an hour or two. And then if I have time, we can do roulettes. But I pretty much have like maybe 3 hours or so because I'm going to go see it. I'm going to go to a concert tonight. So my sister's coming over. So yeah. Yeah. Doing all right here. Looking forward to the long weekends for the next 2 weeks. Holiday and then the Renaissance Fair. Oh, yes. So today's check-in question actually is, do you guys have any plans for the weekend? Because I am going to go to Anime Impulse tomorrow. So it's going to be a good time, but it's also going to be really hot. That's the honest truth. Is it's just going to be really, really, really hot. But I also don't get the extended weekend. I don't get any extended weekends for my day job. So for anyone that gets the extended weekend, I will be seething with jealousy. But anyways, let me drink some water really fast. Hi, Unique. Welcome in. I just read like the Surskit, the Pokemon Surskit. It has like that one scene where it goes, Should have been at Anime Impulse this weekend. I mean, I proactively did not make the plans for a Manager Son weekend. I just figured because we had it already this year that like you guys wouldn't want to like come down here. But I mean, I had fun already, so. I took this exact G pose, but with Estinian when I was still Sprout. My plans for the weekend are work. No! I'll be jealous because Anime Impulse is a 5-hour flight from me. I always want to see you. Aww. Thank you. Oh, it looks like the gamers are logging in right now too. We have our FC chat. Right now it's just me and Gay. All right, let's do this. There you are, Garrick. Commander Levior instructed me to wait for you. Your assistant is most welcome, believe me. Most of the Third hail from Ul'dah, and for a man accustomed to the feel of sand beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. But to the matter at hand, nary a moment ago, I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted making for Denefin Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I should be grateful if you wish to join them. I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said that I do not earn my coin. Hi, Nakara, welcome in. I'm off Monday and Tuesday. I legit just got home from work for today and I'm dead tired. Well, it's time for you to get to bed and conk out. I guess one good thing is I finally am getting my hair cut. Oh my god, when was the last time you cut your hair? I should get my hair cut soon. Because I'm really liking the mullet look that I'm having right now, but I want to, like, tame the rest of it so that it doesn't mushroom out. You started work at 2:30 a.m.? Oh! The last haircut was in February, pre or post seeing me? When was my last haircut? Here. I have my haircuts on my calendar, too, so I can keep track of when I last cut it. When was my last haircut? Hair. Can I not, like, Control F, find my calendar dates? Hold on, I have my text with my stylist. $6.24. So it's been like 2 months since I last cut my hair. I should cut it again soon then. It was supposed to be on my birthday, but it got postponed to after seeing you. Oh, I see. So it's been about 2 months since I cut my hair. I usually, like, take about 2 months in between haircuts anyways. Oh, balls, my ankle's on fire! Caught my boot on a rock or something and twisted it as I fell. I always went on ahead through Danifin Pass. Hurry and you might catch up. You aren't sure where to go look for the tracks. The snow is fresh, so they shouldn't be hard to find. I was about to leave the house with my mom when she called to cancel. Oh, man. I got mine cut like 2 months ago, but before that was January. I think before my last one, it was like over half a year since I cut my hair. My hair got really long, but my hair also mushroomed out because it wasn't like properly like layered and styled and stuff. I should see my stylist soon, but like the last time I saw her, she was like, "Do you want to try doing a mullet?" And I was like, "Hell yeah." And I kind of like it. The tracks lead southeast. Hi, Gay. Happy Pride Month. Scion, what are you doing here? The heretics? I'm not sure. There was a great scaled beast and... Yu Hase. I think he went east on his own. The heretics split up, and so we did too. East? I thought you meant west. Oh wait, I could bring you here. Oh, I wish it was easy to hide my map using my controller. The funny thing is, I'm so used to playing keyboard or controller on Garrick that if I switched over to mouse, I don't know if I'd be able to play with him. How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice they doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles. Ooh! I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of interest. And lo and behold, before his friends found me, I came upon this! Withdraw in groups of 3 or less in the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be waiting. Be late and be left for dead. Speaks for itself, does it not? It can't possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place, so we should restrict our search to the surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search in the wilderness around the observatorium. I will need more than a moment's rest to recover from these wounds. I gotta do everything around here. Does anyone know about Milgram? One of my best friends is obsessed with it because of Kazooie, but I've never watched or heard any of the songs. But Kazooie, yummy delicious, of course. Ooh. I'm through with listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? The woods are crawling with those blue coats, and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. I don't know why I saw his facial hair and I immediately thought French. Well, stay with him then if you think you'll fare better. Now, there's no need for that. There are places like this in my homeland, sacred snow-capped peaks where the blood must not be shed. It's the Diva Patch! Yet your lands have a thirst for the blood of the fallen, and by your deeds, it has drunk deep. Hi, Amaranth. No! I've done no wrong! None but meet in secret with heretics. Deny it all you will. We shall have the truth from you yet. Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Oh, damn it all! Is this new story? No. We started over from the beginning, so we are in patch 2.4. Fancy meeting you here, Garrick. I presume your work with the Third brought you hither. What a tangled web. Lest you wonder, we came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. It beggars belief, I know, but it seems our favorite Garlean spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Were it not for the efforts of Lady Yugiri and her shinobi, we would have never had discovered this connection. Master Alphino is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to aid your search for this spy. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land to prevent the tragedy which befell Doma from reoccurring. Hi Juan, welcome in. The days ahead and the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills which I am fortunate enough to possess. If you will allow it, I would accompany you until the investigation is complete. That is a most generous offer, Lady Yugiri, and one that I would gladly accept. Thank you. Though I may disappear for a time, know that I shall never be far, and shall always be watching. Near, far, wherever you are. A comforting thought. Come, Garrick. Let us wait inside for the Captain Ilbert to return and deliver his report. Oh, I have snackies! Oh my god, I have Trader Jojo's! The Trader Joe Oreos. I think the Trader Joe Oreos are pretty good. Hi, Soft Rock Star. What's going on? Thanks for stopping by. The candy cane ones are good. I also have these like cinnamon churro ones. They're really good. Or cinnamon roll. They're cinnamon roll ones, but they taste like churros. Captain Ilbert seemed confident that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have some new information ere long. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning the Ivy's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as is. Oh! It's not the worst! Captain Ilbert, your report, if you will.
Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretic we captured, I regret to say that the man could tell us naught what we did not already know of Shiva. We have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently.
I always keep mistaking pursue and peruse.
Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipment routes.
Go on.
You will recall the flame we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him, we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Alas, the trail came to an abrupt end. Fearing that the investigation had been compromised, we took the necessary step of detaining all suspected conspiracy.
Hi, Blue Moss. Welcome in.
There were 5 on our list, including a flame stationed at Revenant's Toll. The man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he would share with benefactors, thereby ensuring that needs did not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all shipments bound for the settlement. Needless to say, that included those originating from House Fortin. He knew the precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant.
I think I can guess which one.
None other. With a little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics.
Well, that is one mystery solved, at least. But what of the Ivy? Are we any closer to prizing off his mask?
I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to the high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. If you consider them, then, that our investigation is known to barely a handful of them, the field of suspects is greatly narrowed.
Did I miss Lady Diva? No, don't worry. We're gonna see her again very soon. You mean to say that the agent is among Raubon's innermost circle? Someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flames establishment?
'Tis the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, with the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand.
To slip within a position of power and authority unremarked, and remain above suspicion all these years.
Aye. I too was surprised, though I really should not have been. Of the 3 grand companies, Ul'Dah's was ever the more vulnerable to infiltration. Both Limsa Leminsa and Gridania had long-standing armed forces that lent themselves well to the formation of the Maelstrom and the Order of the Twin Adder. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people. Loyal ones, mind, under the same leadership, only the banner was different. Not so the Flames. Ul'Dah's military was made of disparate orders, most of which were glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their own paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment in which to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. The difficulties Raubon faced when founding the Immortal Flames are well known. Even after he was convinced his fellow syndicate members to share the cost, there remained the small matter of finding enough body tea to fill the ranks.
Indeed. And given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every passing sellsword. Amidst the chaos of its founding, it would have been child's play to infiltrate the company.
A good deal easier than now, aye?
The Immortal Flames has ever been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. Though the monetarists ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding, 'twas not out of charity that he did so, but simple self-preservation. Had Nail von Darnus's ambitions been any less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they would never have risked supplying Raubon with an army. 'Tis but a wonder they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger has passed. Returning to the present.
Even as we speak, our Doman allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames, any one of whom could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long.
I'm eating my cookie. Very good. Pray continue your investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest. The third can join the fourth in inspecting crystal shipments. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know of it. If Shiva is summoned in the like manner to the other primals, the heretics will be looking for further supplies.
Understood, Commander.
I shall send word to Sir Emmerich informing him of our success in identifying the heretics' abettors. Hopefully, the information will be of some use to the Ishgardians.
It is time, Commander.
Yes, I'm aware. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. There have been developments in Garlemald, it would seem. As commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. I would have you accompany me, Garrick. As the realm's stoutest champion, 'tis only meet that you be present for the discussion. Oh, and the antecedent has already given her consent, lest you worry. I own you now, not Minfilia. Me! Give me 1 second, I have to text my sister. Okay. Like me, you're doubtless eager to conclude our business with Iceheart, but until another path to her sanctum is found, she will remain beyond our reach. Minfilia and the Archons are sparing no effort to secure an alternate route. Until such time as they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. I shall go on ahead to Gridania in readiness for the upcoming council. Meet me at Nofika's altar, and we shall make our way to the Lotus Stand together. This boy acts like he owns us. That is not the case here. We own a Labubu. The Labubu does not own the owner. My thanks for coming, Garrick. When you're ready, please speak with the Conjurer yonder. She will show us to the Lotus Stand. The Alliance leaders await you in the Lotus Stand. Will you be joining them now?
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald. The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Ew! Wait, he just did what
The Garlean Empire had died with him.
he just did what Pumpkin did to New York. You could visibly see the spit too. Nasty work. Nasty work.
'Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader. Not so his uncle.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
I know he's the grandson?
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartno dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it. If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming. So long as the Ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
Blue Moss, if you're still here, can you do me a favor? Can you put in the suggestion box channel to add Buy Pumpkin to my soundboard? I just feel like we need it. It will not have escaped your notice that the nations of Eorzea are no nearer to being of one purpose, despite their protestations to the contrary. Plainly, the threat of a resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. And the reason is deep-rooted mistrust amongst the citizenry. The nation's leaders can come to all the understandings they like, but their unity means little and less to the common folk. Take the Laminsans, for instance. Though Admiral Merlvib outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swilling, wooden-legged cutthroats. In likewise, the Gridanians are mocked as hermits who talk to trees, and the Uldans scorned as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Uldan society, Teleji Adeleji, for example. But that is beside the point. The fact is that people are wary of outsiders, whether they have cause to be or not. No secret is safe, of course, Labubu, because you're here. On that basis, one can argue that the conflict at Cartano is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing. Let us speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the observatorium, Captain Ilbert has further shortened his list of suspects. And by happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate has lately come to Gridania. The hunt nears its end, Garrick. All that remains is to corner our quarry. Seek out Ilbert at the Adder's Nest. He'll give you the particulars. Should there be any development in Kurthis, you may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. Me thinking I can just eat my popcorn in like 2 seconds before I read the next line of dialogue. Oh? Wait, what song is this? What song is this? Oh. Oh, they're done. Okay.
My thanks for coming, Garrett, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. Listen well. The spy we've been seeking all this time is none other than Flame Marshal Elaine Royale, Raoban's second in command. Prior to joining the Immortal Flame, she was a mercenary of no small renown.
You really think I'm gonna believe that this Siren Bloom diva is the traitor? I'm not playing Among Us with you, Ilbert.
Prior to joining the Immortal Flame, she was a mercenary of no small renown. They say her skill with a polearm had to be seen to be believed. Of Ishgardian birth, she's the highest-ranked foreigner in the Immortal Flames, barring the Flame General himself, of course. When he formed the Grand Company, Reborn chose people based on their worth, once they hailed of his no interest. The monetarists saw things differently, however. Having funded the enterprise, they reserved the right to reject candidates nominated for high-ranking positions. And 'twas no secret that they did not favor foreigners, Ishgardians especially, after the way the Holy See forsook the Alliance. And monetarists did not raise so much as a murmur of protest when Royale was appointed to her post. Passing strange, is it not? Could it be that the Ivy has some hold over the monetarists? But these relations are secondary to our current mission. Of foremost interest to us is Royale's presence here now. As you may be aware, it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the Immortal Flames in the absence of the Flame General. While Reborn attended the Council of Alliance Leaders, she should have remained in the Hall of Flames. The woman has no business being in Gridania, and here she is nonetheless. On some pretense. She's up to something. Mark my words. Even as we speak, I have a dozen men trawling the Flames' records for evidence of Royale's guilt. But if we can catch her red-handed, we shall have all the proof we need. Which brings me to the plan. I have people watching the city gates, the airship landing, and the docks. Every point of egress. She cannot leave without her knowledge. All that remains is to shadow her until she betrays her true purpose. Can I rely upon your eyes, Scion? You have my thanks. Let us go then, and take care not to alert our quarry. Royale is headed in the direction of the Blue Badger Gate. With me, Scion. So Royale has entered the Carline Canopy. Meeting someone perchance? Or could it be she means to board an airship? Pray look for her within. If she's not on the upper floor, try the landing area below. One of mine is stationed there, and she may have seen something. ffxiv is her name. I shall remain here in case Royale appears.
Garrick Arkwright, such an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here? A social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. I've noted every passenger, and none bore any resemblance. Well, don't let me keep you.
Nowhere to be seen, you say? And you are sure she did not board an airship? She did not come back out either. Where in the seven hells could she have gone? The Roost! How could I forget?
Greetings, good sir. Might I interest you in some lamaty'i tonic? A cup a day imbues a man with great vigor, if you take my meaning. Were there this many, sex jokes in this game?
Perhaps another time, friend. Wait, it's a necklace. You are a shinobi of Doma. The woman you seek has left Gridania by way of Whitestone Pier. She was attired as a merchant, but these eyes are not so easily deceived. You may wish to take your search to the East Shroud. Rest assured that we shall continue to support you from the shadows.
There are quite a few for those who look. Hi, Shay.
Thank the 12 of the Domans. Were it not for their unique talents, Royale would have disappeared without a trace. Our hunt leads us to the East Shroud, Scion.
I forget. I'm not Orion, and also he does not call me by my name.
I suggest we follow Royale's example and take the ferry from West Shore Pier. You'll doubtless wish to make certain preparations. See to them while I go on ahead. I shall wait for you at Sweet Bloom Pier.
I think the ferry here, it's in the Lancers Guild, right? What? I feel like I know the songs they're playing, but at the same time I don't. Why'd I go here? I wanted the Lancers Guild. This way, my friends. Your quarry makes for the Hawthorne Hut. If Royale is truly the one we seek, we can expect that she means to make contact with her Garlean masters there.
An explanation is in order. You are no doubt aware that the Garleans have their own method of communicating over great distances. Well, our ingenious friends at the Garland Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications. We've installed them around the city-states. In so doing, we've made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Royale would thus have no choice but to rendezvous with her Imperial contact directly. It is a well-known face in the Immortal Flames. She cannot move about Thanalan without being recognized. It would only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. 'Tis for this reason, I believe, that she's chosen the Black Shroud for her clandestine meeting. The Elezen are a common sight here, and her comings and goings are not like to turn any heads.
As my scouts tell it, the Garleans have sent agents with a mind to destroy devices and render such direct contact unnecessary. Fortunately, our shinobi have thus been successful in rebuffing their efforts. Am I playing for the first time or replaying it? We are doing a new character, so it's not my first playthrough, but we have some community members that have been playing alongside us that are new, so we're treating this like a first playthrough.
This is it. We need only make for Hawthorne's hut and catch Royale in the act.
That being said, please be mindful of spoilers, guys. I love Yugi, of course. My people report that our quarry has departed for the Ramble Batch.
The Ivy returns to the Gnarls whence she came, but perhaps it is all for the better. To convict someone of her standing, we will require damning evidence against her. What could be better than to catch her in the act when she meets with her Garlean masters?
My countrymen and I shall lie in wait in the shadows. Tread warily, my friends. So you can't spoil that Shiva's the head mistress of the Kuntagon? No, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to tie me off for that. Just beyond, Royale is in conversation with an individual clad in the manner of an adventurer. An imperial intermediary, no doubt.
This is it! With me!
No, you're good.
Flame Marshal Eileen Royale, you are under arrest for treason and espionage.
You were followed, you bloody fool! Damnation!
You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely garbed for battle. But if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try.
What is the meaning of this, Captain? Would you arrest me for strolling in the Twelveswood? When last I looked, there was no crime. And neither was conversing with passing strangers.
You would feign ignorance, then. Very well. If you do think of something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. Now come quietly, or I shall make you wish you had.
I will offer you no struggle. After all, I have naught to hide. Even a warrior of... Wait, wrong person. Even a warrior of Royale's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is untenable. With the ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap then the people of Uldar will have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present. If I may ask, what will you do now, Garrick? So, the Scions seek a way into Iceheart's sanctum. And I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray do not let me keep you. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Are we back? Hello. Man, you know what's so funny? Is, for context, my power went out because it is over 100 degrees right now. It has been 100 degrees plus every single day this past summer. And if you guys do not use Fahrenheit, that is about 38 degrees Celsius. And it's also very humid and swampy, so it's just very muggy, right? So I've been having my air conditioning on, and I have like fans and other stuff on too. But because of that, like, it's using up a lot of power here in the house. And so every time like this happens, everything disconnects, and I gotta go to the breaker, turn the power back on, and then the internet needs to come back on, and then obviously the stream disconnects, right? And it's just really annoying because then it's like the VODs come out separately on Twitch, because Twitch will automatically end a VOD after like what, a few minutes of inactivity. So like I have to download every VOD, especially if it takes multiple, like if the stream cuts out multiple times. I have to download every single VOD, stitch it together, export it, and then re-upload it onto YouTube if I want to export a VOD in like one thing. There's no function to like stitch together VODs. So it's such a pain. But the ironic part about all of this is that just this morning, I uploaded the last VOD that had to get reconnected together. And it took me from me leaving to work all the way to coming back, and it still wasn't done uploading yet. So I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be a pain. But anyways, time waits for no divas. Even a warrior of Royale's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is untenable. When the ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Hi, Fizzy. She had to break that camera to help her court case! Mayhap then even the people of Ul'dah would have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present. If I may ask, what will you do now, Garrick? So the Scions seek a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Then I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray do not let me keep you. Fear not, my countrymen and I shall tend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents hither here. And speaking of talents, have you considered training in the art of the shinobi? You have the aptitude for it, I believe, so please give it some thought. Till next time, my friend. It ending where it ended was pretty funny, though, I have to admit. You're a Sorgi. You made a new character? Good luck. You should, well, you're not caught up with the story yet, right? So you should focus on your one main character, though. I think you should, like, save alts for when you're caught up, because the game is so long, you know? If you, like, divert your attention so many times. Unless you're skipping story, then it's like, okay. Welcome back, Garrick. I understand that Alphino has a task for you. May I ask what it was? Charges of treason and espionage against Aline Royale? I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some manner of misunderstanding? No, it avails us not to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust to the authorities to uncover it. Let us speak on another matter. I'm pleased to report that we've made progress in our efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. As you may recall, Iceheart used the Aetheryte in the depths of Snowcloak to teleport a short distance to the west, most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there that we suspect she means to summon Shiva using the crystal she stole from the House Voltant caravan. The heretics believe that they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint, What if, as we suspect, they are mean to hold a summoning ritual of the kind employed by the beast tribes? It seems likely that the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice it to say, they must be stopped, and stop them we shall. But first, we must surmount the obstacle that Iceheart has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into the established Ethernet and thereby follow our quarry. However, despite our best efforts, we've been unable to ascertain the position of the Aetherite to which she teleported. Our prevailing theory is that she destroyed the second Aetherite upon arrival. A reckless, desperate measure, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Eorzea, we've concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution. Which is why we've called upon the aid of one who does possess such expertise. A colleague of ours who's currently en route to the Revenant's Toll from Sharlayan. She should be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you're here, mayhap we could welcome her together. I'm certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let's make our way to the northern gates and await her coming.
The arrival of a newcomer has ever been the cause for celebration. Doubly so when she's an attractive young lady. A bard could wish for no...
Okay, bye, Thancred. Bye, Thancred. Callan Whisper. Wait, happy music, happy music, happy music. Popper flop.
Minfilia, am I right?
The answer is Diva Boots mothered the house down, of course.
Yas Queen, Skinny Legend, Versace boots the house down. Slay Queen, Hunty Mama, and Oop Daddy work. Charlie X, yet snatch my wig.
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
This is who I was waiting for all this time.
As if I could ever say no to Eorzea.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Sharlayan scholar and an authority on Aetherite technologies. She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
Charmed, I'm sure.
I am, Diva. Mm-hmm. Hi, Lassie. Let's return to the Rising Stones at once, then. We've much to discuss.
It's been ages.
Oh, longer, sister.
Sister? Sister?
A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Clog the mother toilet?
Everyone, if I could have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Jarlian to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of Aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white Aurosite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
Oh, Laura is such an amazing voice actress. I love her so much. I love her so much.
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits. And nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Oriange, where in the hells have you been hiding?
Hi, Alan. Did I miss the Diva Offs? No, you came just in time because the Diva Off is the next quest.
Unhand me.
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Go on. Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
You still haven't found it, then? Your missing Aetherite?
We have not. No. We know that Iceheart teleported to an Aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate a second beacon. We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second Aetherite to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
I'm sorry, but if the Aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first Aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the Aetherite.
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Truly? How?
We use the current to recreate the beacon. As you know, Aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate. However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an Aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have white aura sight at their disposal. I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the aetheryte. However, white aura sight cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
Though it risked the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
Yay! Diva Mother Boots, Diva Mother Boots. I have already informed Alphino of our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner Moonbreeder described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said he wished to meet with you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you'll find him waiting for you there when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you've done on our behalf, Garrick, and I will have faith in you that you will return to us, as you always have. I love Moonbreeder! She's one of my favorites! We need more row representation, but especially femrow. I love that she's even bigger and taller than Eorzea. Watch me be going. Okay, I was like, watch me go all this way, and this is not where I need to go. I didn't check the map, but it said go to Snowcloak. Your energy and excitement for this game is infectious. Thank you so much, Doodlehead. Welcome into the chat today. She's just so fun. It's like everyone is so boring and... Well, I mean, not everyone's boring, but you know, everyone's so serious, and Moonbreeder's here to, like, be a party. But she's still, like, intelligent and intellectual and, like, useful and helpful. Good to see you, Garrick. I was starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. Captain Elbert sends his regards, by the way. He attends to the interrogation of Royale in Ul'dah even as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which I mean to say, the others are waiting for us at the Aetheryte. After you, Scion. Thanks for following, Doodlehead. Power of friendship? There, it's ready. Wake it up, wake it up. It worked, I think. Try tuning to the aetheryte now. Feel for the current and try to locate the beacon. We've done all we can, Garrick. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we've created. If by the grace of the 12 you arrive safely, you must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. Alright, who's ready for the mother off? Who's gonna be joining me in fighting the Diamond Dust Diva? I've a mind to join you, but Eorzea made me promise I wouldn't. Apparently, the thought of me becoming Shiva's thrall was all too much to bear. As if I'd give her the chance. We cannot ignore the possibility that our Archons have altered Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual. And if she succeeds, you will have but little choice to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if your own strength will suffice, and so I would encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Moonbreeder's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe he has a message for you from Sir Emmerich!
Sir Emmerich regrets that he could not be here in person, and asks that I read to you this letter. Ishgard faces an unprecedented threat, yet in our hour of need.
Our hour is so hard to say in a British accent.
In our hour of need, it is not her knights who stand poised to defend her. Garrick Arkwright, warrior of light, savior of Eorzea, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts for selfish ends, you wield yours in service to the greater cause. May Helone bless you with good fortune and see you safely home.
Thank you, Emmerich. All right. It's time to face the divas. I think Blue Moss is on their way. I'm logging on right now! Oh, you know what? Okay, wait. We're gonna go see a diva. We gotta dress on our best, right? We have to dress as cunty as possible. Is this a good cunty outfit? No, you know what? I need to, like, hold on. Okay, while the others are getting on right now. Wait, 14 just has a jockstrap? Hard leather subligar. Oh, it really does. It's time to access glamour plate number 11. Yeah, if you want to join, feel free. Oh, but what if we wore this one? And we dyed this turquoise. Oh, I'm out of turquoise? Okay, wait. Sky blue. Ooh, but what if? Well, I mean, this is a good outfit too, but like... we could always go with this one. It's kind of giving like a Britney stage outfit, isn't it? Wait. And then... wait, it's kind of giving! It's kind of giving! My loneliness is killing me and I... I must confess, I still believe. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. You do know how to swap data setters? So when you log in, before you log into your character, you need to either right-click on their name or press the square button, and then it'll say visit another data center. I think the white on white. I just gotta dye these like silver. No, because it's kind of giving. I really like this Far Eastern Enforcer set. I never really thought I would. You're on the way? Great. As your Diaslay, ready to join. Also, for anyone that's joining us that's new, every time we finish a duty, we take a group picture. So make sure you're in your best dressed. We take the picture afterwards. Wait, I came all the way here, but I need to go to the... Yeah, so we're taking group pictures. And then I'm gonna start a scrapbook where I print out Polaroids of all the pictures that we take, and then put it on a physical album. Yeah, no, it's been a really fun way to commemorate this playthrough. Because again, I've played the game before, but we have people here that haven't, and so it's a fun way to incentivize all of us to like have fun playing from the beginning again. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, if anyone else is gonna join us, we are here in Ul'dah. Come meet me in Ul'dah on the server Ferry. Oh, let me go up to the... You went to Snowcloak? Here, I'll bring you in. I know you're here. You're also at Snowcloak? Okay, fine. We'll meet at Snowcloak. We'll meet at Snowcloak. We'll meet at Snowcloak. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I see you there. We'll go together. We all went to Snowcloak. We'll go meet there. We'll meet there. We'll meet there. Sorry, I was just, you know, I was best dressed. I still can't get over that Azure Diaslay comes from Diamant and Risley, because I just think Diaslay like slay, but it's Diasley. Oh my god, not your level 100 at Loquium. Coming, okay. It's not a very Shiva outfit. My loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe, when I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign, hit me, baby, one more time. Pin him. Okay, this is Pinterest, right? This has to be you, right? Could you please confirm that this is you so that I can add you to the party? Didn't know you'd be streaming today, so I had no time to prepare. It's okay. I didn't know I'd be streaming today, too. All right, is this our party, or is there anyone else that is going to be on their way? I'm so glad I did not miss the Shiva See, I was like, I streamed it yesterday, and I was like, I need to get some bed. I figured this is a better time for the usuals to come and join the duties too. So let's do this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're just gonna get a random tank and a DPS. I know, I feel like the Shiva one's extremely important. We can't miss that one. All right, everyone. When you see her, pop or flop.
You should never have come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace. A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. No matter. If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down.
I'm all sweaty.
We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of all
Yas Queen, Skinny Legend, Versace Boots the house down. Slay Queen, Hunty Mama, and Oop Daddy work. Charlie XIV, snatch my whip.
Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
All natural, no Ozempic? No! Rise to join the chorus, my brothers. Embrace the serenity. Renounce the hatreds that consume you. And scatter them like dust in the wind. Yes, Queen Skinny Legend, Versace Boots the house down, Slay Queen Hunty Mama, and I oop daddy work. Charlie XCX, that's my wig. All right, everyone, it's time for our group photo. Woohoo! We slay boots the house down. Wait, let's gather in the middle here. Let's gather in the middle here. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Oh, yes. This is the one. This is the one. Oh. Yeah. All right. Yes. Thank you guys for joining me for Shiva. So glad I'm in the scrap. There you go. You're in the scrapbook now. That was good. 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 That was really good. That was really good.
Fool. Blind, bloody fool. You, of all people, should understand the suffering war begets. That no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence. Mine is the righteous cause. You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers. And they are no less ignorant than you, following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. Trapped in a delusion of their own creation, and blind to the truth. Warrior of light, redemption is not beyond us. We who walk before may lead those who walk after. Seek the keeper of the lake. See with eyes unclouded. Do not squander Mother's gift.
Mother. Hi, Angora.
Hear. Feel. Think.
And so the vessel withdraws, a predictable outcome. Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased. How unfortunate.
Bye, Ellen. Thanks for hanging out with us. By the 12, you're alive. I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? Iceheart did what? And you're certain about that, are you? Javanians are skilled with glamours, after all. Look, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just that I've never heard of a primal being summoned like that before. No, we're finishing up 2.4 today, because I gotta go to a concert tonight. So we're only gonna finish up 2.4, and then I'm probably gonna call it, because I gotta also I have to get my alt ready for a wedding tomorrow. And then maybe the next time we stream, we'll go ahead and do 2.5 and then 2.55 together, because I think those are pretty short, right? And then I still want to do Bahamut, but I don't know when I want to fix that in, because I know that's going to take a while. But I also kind of want to get to Heaven's Ward soon, so we'll see. Are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see. No? Fair enough, I was only asking. 2.51 is shorter, 2.55 is longer. Let me see how long those are. Bye, Blue Moss. Yeah, 2.5 is 8 quests, and then 2.55 is 16 quests. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not in a hurry. If you ask me, there's naught to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Let's save it for the rising stones, eh? I'll get everyone to meet us there. Ah, but before that, you'd best pay a visit to Whitebrim Front and speak with Alphino. He's probably worried sick about you. That or he's busy at politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'd be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Lord Vision? Oh, no reason. See you again soon. Yeah, we'll see. I think I'm starting to be more comfortable with not having to do an entire patch in one cutscene. Or in one stream. I think if like we do multiple patches in a stream, or if we split patches, it'll be okay. Because I don't think I'm even gonna... I haven't uploaded any of the post ARR VODs onto YouTube yet, or I haven't published them. I don't know. I don't know if you guys watch YouTube content or not, but would you guys prefer if I labeled the titles as like the patch, or if I just used part numbers and continued where we left off? Because I think it's gonna get weird once we start getting to current content, but I don't think we're gonna get to current content anytime too soon. Maybe I'll do both. We'll see what I'll see what the vibe feels like. There he is, and none the worse for wear. Was there ever any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? I think I speak for all of us when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory. If you would be so kind. And we were too late to prevent the summoning.
But not too late to prevent further loss of life, an outcome worthy of celebration, and one for which we have Garrick to thank.
Yes, you're right. Of course, Sir Emmerich. We should be content with what we have accomplished.
I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there's matter of the Heisart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drillamont, is the caravan ready? The supplies that your men recovered have been prepared for transport in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revenant's Tor. Of that I have no doubt.
I take it that these are the self-same supplies the heretics stole from the House Fortom's caravan?
Less the crystals which comprise the bulk of shipments, yes. Scarcely a fraction of that which was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same.
On an unrelated note,
Garrick, might I trouble you to accompany me?
Yeah, no, of course not!
To Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? 'Tis not for my benefit.
It's for my benefit!
A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. It took half a dozen knights to restrain him, if untold. Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of him.
The Shiva trial when she just starts singing while trying to kill us? How could I be mad? I'm telling you! It was a concert affair! Vibe Internet, thank you for hanging out with us today. Yes, thank you to everyone. Thank you to all of our reoccurring characters today. Shiva's iconic. I got 2 of her weapons. I don't think I've seen what the Shiva weapons look like. They're not on market board, are they? Or have I just missed them?
What were you thinking, Garrick? Wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well that she could have sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anyway? And then engaging the abomination in mortal combat? By the fury, Garrick, 'tis the stuff of ballads! A battle for the ages! Would that I had been there to fight by your side! Yet here I was forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity! I would not wish such torture on my most hated enemy.
Wow, he really is in love with us.
But you're here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Emmerich wished to have words with you and Master Alphino in private. He awaits us in the intercessory.
Oh, don't worry, Horsefant. We had hunks. Boy, if he was worried sick. I don't know. I don't really feel feelings for Horsefant. I like that he likes us, but maybe he's just not my type.
Greetings, sir. I shall show you in at once.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks.
You're welcome.
Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Nautalon.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy.
Crisis?
You guys are in a crisis. I'm on my way.
You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
I don't think Emmerich's voice is different from A Realm Reborn to Heaven's Ward. Did they change? I don't think... It sounds like regular Emmerich.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
Yeah, it says it's still Blake Ritson in A Realm Reborn.
That will not be necessary. We too have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard-Zoma could return?
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
I think he's like the one person that did not change from A Realm Reborn.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's Toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Choose your next words carefully.
Ooh.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights?
A hot one?
One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am. Now, why do you suppose that is?
Because you're hot?
Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's Toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
Also, his earring is the Sims diamond. Urena Crisis?
We are so glad to be of use to you.
Is he connected to the Urena Crisis universe? Urenaverse?
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget. One born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second-in-command will speak for me.
Lucia, at your service. Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies. Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you. Which reminds me, Lord Orchefort, if you would be so kind?
Certainly.
I like Lucia as a person, but I needed to visit the esthetician to get a note.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
No, because Lucia is like giving pink. You know. It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedent. It necessitates a complete reprisal of the primal threat, and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches my imperial ears. My imperial ears? The Garlean Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine, then, if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but her civilized peoples as well. Any lingering objections of the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we tried to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemald. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, Garrick, it is better that we continue this conversation in more donuts. Yes, more donuts!
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole. Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it. Excellent. I shall summon the others at once. Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
Her body T, mind you. Body T.
Master Louisoir's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
As certain as we can be that good King Mogulmog XII was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
Not just any mortal. a mother.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not. But full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yes, sir.
About Iceheart's final words to you. Hear, feel, think.
No. Her final words to us were, of course.
Let's destroy them.
Hydaelyn speaks to her as well. If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Midgard-Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well-founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard-Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
I mean to scour the annals for knowledge of Midgard-Zoma. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few... Do you hear that? The commotion outside. Would you see if aught is amiss? Garrick, 'tis well that you're on hand. We have a problem. Royale has escaped! It happened shortly after the Immortal Flames took her into custody. She'd been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. 'Tis plain she received inside help. Citizens report seeing Royale quitting the city via the Gate of Nold with a bloodied spear in her hand. She makes for Castra Meridianum, and I'm certain of it. With her fate in Eorzea as good as sealed, what recourse has she but to flee to her Imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Ilbert and the First are hot upon Royale's heels. Pray make haste to Camp Blue Fog and join the hunt.
My thanks for coming, Scion. I've spoken with the soldiers here. They say that Royale walked through the camp a camp a bell ago. Aye, she walked right through. You did not mishear. We've Raubon's decision to keep the matter secret for thanks to that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her. And so here we are. Royale must not be allowed to reach Castra Meridianum.
No way. Are we gonna fight the diva? I gotta end relatively soon. I gotta start getting ready. Oh, Zam! Okay. This patch actually had a lot of content. That's good.
This wretch was with Royale. He threw himself at us that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even when he started screaming. No loyalty even to her own, the god-stamped harpy. Blech. With me, Scion, we almost have her!
Oh my god! With the glasses? This is the diva patch! This is the diva patch! This is the diva patch!
I want Royale alive. Kill the rest. For Eorzea!
You will not take me so easily this time.
Enemy reinforcements. Look sharp, you men.
Wait, Ilberd of the Dull Blade? More reinforcements? They really aren't paying me enough. Fools! You cannot stand against the Empire! This technique's sloppy? Oh, of course it was. After his history with Raubon, like, why would I be surprised? Forgive us for our lateness.
We're in your debt.
The circle fetters those who wander within. Lure the enemy to it. I mean, I don't need it, but okay. Like, we were slaying just fine. If anything, Ilberd's gonna flop.
Bind her and do it tight.
Yes, sir! Good work, men.
She and her Imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better.
Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see how you've fallen so low. What do you know of low? You, a spoiled little lordling who's never known any want.
You guys are in a crisis. I'm on my way.
People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it's your God's-given right to rule over others. You know naught of our plight, the injustice that we low-born Ishgardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we are not people, but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to survive. Stealing, killing, even becoming a nanny! It is no fault of mine if fools imagined me as a paragon when I joined the Flames.
To hear you tell of it, one would think you the only person ever to have suffered. In case you've forgotten, Reborn himself was born into poverty, as was I. We lived hand to mouth, with little more than the shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others their fortunes. We accepted the hand that we have been dealt, and played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle-eye, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for.
How are we any different?
'Tis true that we were both mercenaries of lowly birth. And 'tis true that we both have had our fair share of struggles. But whereas I sold my sword, you, Marshal, you sold your comrades. If life has taught me one thing, it is that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut my own arm off than raise a hand against a friend. But enough talk. You will return to Uldar to face justice, and the people whose trust you've dragged through the gutter.
Not so much as a hint of remorse. 'Tis well that this sordid business is finally at an end. A friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our allies more wisely than Reborn chose his.
I have heard. Truly bothersome business. No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Reborn. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the Blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace. Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
Captain Ilbert and I have a few questions for the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Reborn, and that shall be the end of it. Your work here is done, my friend. My thanks. But I have one last task for you. Return to the Rising Stones and apprise Minfilia of all that has happened. I'm aware the antecedent had Royale in high regard. For better or worse, she will want to know how this tale ends. Can we kill Taleji and turn him into potato au gratin? Oh. Zam, we're at the end. Gratin sounds so good. Guys, I really want to go to Japan. I really want to go to Japan. Until I buy my flight, I'm gonna keep saying I want to go, because nothing is set in stone. Oh no, she totally gagged Alphino. We've been saying it this entire time. He comes from a country that is like distanced themselves from everything that's going on here.
Welcome back, my friend. I have already received word from Alphino. To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Garlean agent. I know not what to say. Together with Reborn, Aline lent us much-needed aid at the time of our Order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Asians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled. My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
Okay, everyone, listen up. A diva is going to talk.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with white Eorzea, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Asian souls. Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
In addition to Eorzea's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
Listen up, Fives, and 11 is talking?
'Tis our belief that an Asian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Asian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Hebrea.
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy. Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether. Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Hebrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains, however, that Heidelin placed the means to destroy the Asians in your hands. Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had two pieces of white Eorzea? One to trap the Asian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
It would seem more research is in order.
Calling your stole
I'm
of
going
five
to
is a
linger
crime.
while, perform a few more tests on the aura site.
Perform them, honey.
And I could do with some help. Eorzea, why don't you lend me a hand?
Mine apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands. Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there, then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
Diva, 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 mother, diva, boots!
While you were afield, word arrived from the Charlian motherland.
Can you guys see why I'm so excited that she's here?
You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Vow. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least. According to the report, the isle has been erased from existence. 'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
Aye, yet the mystery endeth not with the isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
All indications suggest Ascian involvement, but I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the Dark Beings call the One True God. We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
She called Thancred basic and he thanked her for it.
Following the calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald. But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the Media Project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash. We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone. In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
A man who outranks Van Belsar. It opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Varus Zos Galvus. So he was Huayu's true master.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea. In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
Seven hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
Triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, Huayu must be made to reveal whose it is.
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And with that, I take my leave.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Huayu? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve.
Does anyone remember the Canker Sisters from Ed, Edd n Eddy?
I know you can hear me, monetarist scum! Your crimes will not go unpunished! Team, purge this land of your sickness! Before the eyes of the 12, I swear it!
I shall have no further need of you this day. Your Grace. I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Girl dinner?
Ever since he proposed the Cartiner Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The monetarists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the syndicate?
It really is a girls' night! Reborn better not be here.
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents.
Actually, now that I think about it, because even though Reborn's like the representative for Ul'dah, all three of the city-state's leaders are women. Okay.
This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away.
Raoban can be one of the girls as a treat. Raoban is like the one guy that's at the girls' sleepover party.
Be they rich or poor,
But you know
natives or
why he's there,
refugees,
because he's...
all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right.
Tea party slay!
If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped, but as you have informed us, the monetarists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve.
They're gonna rank Eorzea's hottest batch. They're gonna do a tier list.
In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the Immortal Flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Ul'dah's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the monetarists with a rod to beat Raoban.
Eorzea can ill afford for the Immortal Flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Ul'dah.
The true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few. The monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people. For Ul'dah to move forward, it is not only the Syndicate that must be dissolved.
Nay, you jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Reborn to preserve order and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Ul'dah.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be. Ul'dah will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people. Reborn, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this...
Oh, oopsie. Nanamo is mother. Nanamo is diva. I think we have... Ooh, Icebreaker's good. We have a new title that we can wear on our heads. All right. So this ends 2.4, which is perfect because I need to get ready to leave soon. So Nanamo's a class traitor. We love that. Yes, Nanamo. Snaps to Nanamo. Yes. So, that's gonna be the end for today. I think what we're gonna do is we have 2.5 and then we have 2.55. Let me see what this was again. Hold on. Even though she is rich and a potato, she will get eaten last. DJ CD Starlord, thank you for following and joining the Konstellations. Welcome in. I think what we'll do... Do you guys... Well, I guess this is a question for Owlin. But, is it... Should... If I wanted to interweave Bahamut... Because Bahamut's, like, assuming that you're in a Realm Reborn. Should I do Bahamut, like, the next time we stream? Or should I do 2.5 and then Bahamut and then 2.55? I think 2.55 for sure is going to have to be its own stream. Bahamut should be done before 2.51. Okay, then for sure, I guess the next time we stream 14, we're going to do Bahamut then. That's what I thought too. Okay. I'm assuming Bahamut is going to take probably 2, hopefully not 3, but probably 2 streams. It would be really, really appreciated if you guys could join for Bahamut, or like if any of the veterans can join, because I want to do it unsynced, so that way we don't have to worry about actually doing the raids. But, yeah. That's going to be it for today. We're going to go ahead and go, because I got to go. But... thank you guys for joining me for 2.4 today. I hope you guys had fun seeing Mother Diva Boots Shiva with me. I got tomorrow and Sunday off, so here's the thing, is that I actually will not be... I most likely will not be streaming this weekend. Tomorrow and Sunday, I will be at Anime Impulse. Honestly, depending on how Saturday goes, I might not go on Sunday, and I might just stream on Sunday. But we'll see how that goes. But either way, I hope to do... Bahamut next, because I would like to get Bahamut done before we go into the end of A Realm Reborn. But the good news is also we are at the end of A Realm Reborn, and we're going to be going into Heaven's Ward. So that's going to be exciting, because I know for sure for Gay, that's new content. For some of our other folk here, it'll be new content. And honestly, even if I don't do a lot of streams this upcoming week, it might give some time for the other girls to catch up too. So yeah. But thank you guys for joining me today. Have fun. Thank you. I hope you guys have a fun weekend too. I'll try to stream on the weekend if I can, even if it's just for like an hour or two. If I can't, I apologize in advance. But either way, I really appreciate you guys being here. If you guys are new here and want to keep up on all the socials, please join us on Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Blue Sky at Atelier Kieran. If you guys would like to join the Discord server, the link is available down there. And anyone's welcome to join as long as you guys are over the age of 18. But you guys gotta be adults if you're watching my stream. Else. Let's see, I think it looks like he's still going. Okay, yeah, it looks like he's doing... Oh, he might be finishing up. I think he's finishing up. Oh, I wanted to raid Opal because he never streams at this time because he's like in Britain. We'll go ahead and raid into... We'll raid into Sunny because Sunny is playing Story of Seasons, and of course, I'd love to get to see people's reactions to the game because it's been pretty fun and I've been enjoying it. So let's go ahead and raid Sunny. If you guys can, hear the raid message, hiya, hey, hey, send some love and some good vibes to them. They're really funny and great vibes. And I'll see you soon, okay? Have a good weekend. Keep up on the Discord. And I love you guys. Otsu Kieran! Bye-bye! Bye-bye. Oh yeah, also Otsu Garrick, I guess.